Morning. Day on Black Dragon Backer News. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for being here again. I know that there's many other places you could be. So thankful that you're here with me on this side of the dirt nap. So today on Black Dragon Backer TV, Vikings versus the Hells Angels. One man dead in Wales, killed in the Brent area. Big, huge, I guess, gang fight or something. And yeah, 56-year-old guy. That's pretty old to be doing this. I think that's a little bit too old to be dying in a gang fight or brawl or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I guess men never lose their capacity to get down. They don't lose that. So anyway, we'll talk about that story. Also, this morning, let's see, that was a violent clash between the Hells Angels and Vikings in the Brent area. Yeah, okay, we did that. So next, come on, hurry up. My sister was running a little slow this morning. Okay, now, there's something else that's really weird that went on. Details are still developing on the exact circumstances, but 11 people were shot at the SSMC motorcycle club. Kind of unbelievable. It was a mass shooting, and it was a local motorcycle club there in the area. 11 people were shot. So we'll be talking about that story, which seems kind of wild. But we've seen it before, people getting shot at motorcycle clubs, but 11 is a lot. Motorcycle rally in Brazil footage. Now, we got a lot going on with politics in the country. It has been going on for a minute. And with this political stuff, you get people that are just mad because their side didn't win or something. And I guess that's a good enough reason to be mad if your side doesn't win. But now with social media, you can make stuff appear like it isn't. So recently, the Al Sayed guy who got voted in up in Michigan, this guy is he's made a lot of people mad because he's a Muslim guy, and a lot of people think that, you know, the Muslims are coming to take over now. They're coming to take over now. And so folks are really, really doing the most. And I remember when there was some stuff that went down in Canada, and there was a video of all of these outlaws riding up to Canada to I forget what it was for, to do something in Canada. They didn't like something that was going on. What was it, the road blockade or whatever? It was so crazy that the outlaws took the rare step of issuing a press release to the news and media, and they sent one to Insane Throttle, and they sent one to me. This press release saying that, no, bro, we're not riding up to, we're not going up there. We're not going up there to start no trouble. Stop with that. So it seems that somebody has done that again. They have a video of all these bikers that are supposed to be rolling to an anti-Muslim rally, I guess up there in Michigan. Anyway, that's not happening. We're going to talk about it. It's not true. Oh my God, these people, man. If you follow, you gotta, man. These algorithms, they should be illegal. The algorithms should be illegal.
Kiss my ass.
It should be, because the algorithms are they give you the Chicken Little, the sky is falling thing. And if you follow an algorithm, you're going to go down into a dark hole. I don't care. You can watch. I watched one video of a guy climbing the side of a building. Elaine, I forget his name. He's an old guy. He's 63, still climbing up the Empire State Building. Yes, the outside of it. No protective gear or nothing, just like a fucking monkey, just crawling up the damn side of the building, man. Like, that's okay.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
I watched one. And now every day I turn on Facebook, there's this guy or some other idiot or some kid on top of a spire 2,000 feet above the ground. Like, I want to see that every day. And that's the danger. That's the danger in these algorithms. They just feed. And they'll get you believing that every day a black man is being pulled out of a car, and it may be true by 25 police in every single city in America all the time right now. And you got to do something about it now. Such is the case with these anti-Muslim videos that are going on now. I mean, they get you feeling like, bro, if you roll out of your house right now, you tumble out of the front door, you come up in the ready position, you're gonna see Muslims out there from sea to shining sea, taking the shit over, taking it over. Or if it's not the Muslims, it's the Hells Angels out there taking the city over. It's those Hells Angels. It's sad, man. But hey, that's capitalism. They're feeding you what you want to see. So anyway, yeah, we'll look at that real quick. Also, speaking of down a hole, media claims I've been watching this Jake Lang guy since I found out who he was. It was just like maybe a few weeks ago. I didn't know who he or Ted the Builder, is that guy's name? I didn't know who either one of those people were, because I don't watch the social media feeds. Anyway, one of my dear friends, a biker that I love with all my heart, sent me this video. And he's been with me since almost the beginning. And he sent me this video about Jake Lang being almost stoned to death. And we'll look at that video. He was almost stoned to death by extreme Muslims. And I'll let you decide for yourself. If he was almost stoned to death. So it is interesting how these headlines are run, man. You really get afraid. And the reason I point this out with politics, sometimes people say, this is not a political channel. The reason I point this out with politics is you guys fall for that shit. You fall for it. But at the same time, with the same breath, you want to talk about people treat bikers bad, and why do you always say gang, and bikers are not gangs, and everything, everybody's against you complain about the same things you do.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
So if you can't understand how they do it to you, look and see how you are looking at other people, and then you can see very well how they can do it to you. So you gotta, if you want people to approach you with an open mind, maybe it should be, approaching things with an open mind yourself. Or at least understanding why people see you as gang members and all this kind of stuff, because that's how the media and the social media and the algorithms are playing. And also, finally, find how to fight getting put out bad after 5 years, especially if you're in a 1% motorcycle club. So poor bastard sends to me, oh my goodness, he was in a motorcycle club and he left 3, 4, 5 years ago. And you leave on good terms, and then you decide that you want to come back into the motorcycle club world, and all of a sudden you find you're out bad. this is happening to people, and I guess it's important that it happened somewhat to me, because before this happened to me, I didn't know what to tell people, and kind of now I do. But if you're a one percenter, if you're a one percenter, it's way tougher than it is maybe for the rest of us. So anyway, we'll talk about that, all of this, in a minute and 7 seconds when I return with my wonderful and beautifully gorgeous wife, the magnanimous Tia Redbone Bunch, the Concrete Rose. Back in a minute.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube, Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all, so click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News. With MC Protocol, a lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about. But the man on this channel was the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name is Black Dragon and he started in the Navy and hit the sea repping Uncle Sam. Then he traded that uniform for a leather vest from the mighty Black Sabbath, not the band. I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath MC, where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes, moving up from Prospect all the way up to National P. All the copycat creators, all the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life Black biker that wears a cowboy hat, that knows kung fu and says get skinny. Get skinny. Black Dragon, Biker News, he's on YouTube. Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News, he covers it all, so click on the screen and hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. Black Dragon, the first, the best, and has outlasted all the rest. Black Dragon Biker News, he's on YouTube. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all, so click on the screen. Hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. Black Dragon Biker News.
Well, alrighty then. Alrighty then. It's your boy Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News, the Black Dragon Biker News Network. And as always, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for turning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Man, it's so good to have you here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you. And allow me to introduce my beautiful wife, the lovely, the grand, the gracious, the most beautiful Tia Redbone Bunch, the Concrete Rose. Yeah.
He woke us up this morning. Oh my God.
Say what, my dear?
He woke us up this morning.
No, I think everybody was already up.
Man, we on this side. I get that, but what I'm saying is we here right now.
We are here. We're right here.
Yes, it's some people who didn't wake up.
We are here. It's a blessing. Hey, thank you all my TikTokers for being on with me this morning. I finally got my TikTok shop up and running, man. My TikTok shop. You can buy my books on TikTok, man. On my TikTok shop. Then you know what it takes to put a damn TikTok shop together? It's like, it is absolutely crazy to put a TikTok shop together. It took me 15 hours to go through the rigmarole. I just wanted to quit, man. I want to thank Gemini AI. Thank you, Gemini. I want to thank Gemini for walking me through the entire process. Gemini AI is beautiful. Like, It was all patient with me. Don't worry, you've got it. And I mean, it is designed for you to fail. It is designed for you not to be able to it's designed for the big people in the world that have corporations and lawyers. Hey man, put this together for us. The little man, there are so many things to go wrong. But if you have AI, they can't beat you. They can't beat you anymore. So here's how it works. If you are a creator or you want to be, if you're a creator and you want to be, and you want to, if you've read my books or if my books have helped you in any way, you can go to my store, which is called Moto Culture Press. You can go to my store and you can hit the affiliate link. And you can become an affiliate, and then you can make videos about how the book helped you and show your book and your signed copy or whatever. And there are thousands and thousands of you out there, and you can make videos about how the book helped you, and you can make money off my book.
Thank you very much.
You, too, could become rich off my book. I'm going to get rich, too, so I want you definitely to do it. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. But it takes a whole lot to be able to put a TikTok shop together. First of all, they don't mess around. Like
2 days.
You can, if you don't get the book out within 24 hours and stuff, they'll shut your shop down. All this, I got y'all's money. I'll deliver the books when I feel like it. That's gone. TikTok shop does not play that. No, sir. Better get them people's books to them. Somebody sends you a book back, man. Yeah, bootlegging books with Black Dragon's permission. Hell yeah, bootleg them babies, boy. Bootleg the hell out of them. Not like the movie I did. They bootlegged Biker Boys, and I didn't get no money from that. But on this, look here, man, it is crazy. But if you got a motorcycle club and you require your prospects to read my book, Prospects Bible, or your sergeant at arms to read my book, Sergeant at Arms, before they get those positions, you can now get paid back. Yes, we're giving it out to the community. And we're going to start doing a whole lot more teaching from the books so that people will know that they're there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to have a lot of fun with this. But yeah, I have a TikTok shop. Like you see those TikTok shops where they be selling the pew pew bags. You can, wherever you are, have your pew pew bag and it's got a fast zip, unzip, and now you're out and here you are, ready for battle. I bought mine. Like I had mine the next day. Wow, they have pew pew bags. It was looking at me like, I said, baby, I'm buying you a pew. Don't get me that shit. I do not get me that shit. It's like, you got this big bag sticking off your chest. Mike Ball said to me, I know what's in that bag. I said, no, you don't. This has got my regular stuff in it. He says, fool, there's only one reason to have a stupid ass bag like that.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
It's only the newspapers that's saying it's the 81 versus the Vikings. Yeah, they had been at war with the Celtic Wolves. They took 2 patches the week before, says the House of Pain. You know, we're not there. I have pics to show. I can send them. Send them. Don't, man, here, send me those pictures. Let me put my email address up for you right now. We only can report what's in the news when we don't have reporters and stuff. You guys do understand we don't have reporters. So what we do is we report what's in the news, and we always say that we know that it could be wrong when we're reporting what's in the news. We know it could be wrong, and we know that it could be a little off. We try to give the biker perspective when we report the news rather than saying, and that, that way maybe we can protect the culture a little bit. We shall see. So let's break off into the first story. 15 minutes in here. But hey, don't hate on us. We're just trying to keep it. And this is the story that he was talking about, and we'll show it here on the screen. And action. Bam, action. So here's the poor man, 56 years old. Man, 56 is still young, bro. It's still at 56. I was still out there, Tia. I was still out there,
I know.
I was still trying to do what, I was a biker, damn it. I was.
Oh, I know.
Whew. I almost lost you a few times back at 56. Oh, that Tia hung in there, though. She hung in there.
Thank you.
Come on
now. Thank you.
I still got one foot in and one foot out.
I think you left me about 3 or 4 times when I was 56, man. You was like, no,
darling,
man.
It's been more than that. Stop playing with me.
Logic says, the days to be 56 again. Yeah, 56 is important. Anyway, this poor guy won't see 57, unfortunately. This is a picture from the Gwent police. His name is Anthony Tony Jones. He died after being left in critical condition following the disorder in a place called Pontney Wind. Oh, hell. That is a crazy looking name. P-O. It's got too many vowels and consonants in it. It doesn't have enough vowels. Vowels. It has Pontnew, Pontnew, W-I-N, Pontnew Wind, and then N-Y-D-D. Pontnewinid. Who knows? Police investigating a man's death believe 2 rival motorcycle clubs were involved in the violent disorder. So they say they believe it. So therefore, it doesn't have to be true. House of Pain. They could be wrong. But they believe that the 2 clubs that were involved in the violent disorder, according to a senior officer, Anthony Tony Jones, just 56 from Beacon, died from his injuries following an incident in which Gwent police firearms officers were called in to the Pontney near Pontypool, which is a place near Brent in the UK, in a place called Wells last Thursday. 10 men were arrested and a murder investigation has been launched. Detective Superintendent Laura Bartley said it was believed members of rival outlaws motorcycle clubs, the Vikings and the Hells Angels, were involved in the incident. Establishing the extent of the involvement of those connected to the incident remains a key focus of the investigations. Now, here is a picture of where it all happened. Here is this place called Pontney Wind, in the greater place of Wells. It's near some kind of big ass lake over here. Newport is down here. Cardiff. You've heard of Cardiff by the Sea, haven't you? I think that might be what Cardiff is. I've heard of Cardiff by the Sea. Is this the sea down there? Or just if this is a lake, this could be the sea. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Hospital Road, Mill Road. This is about where it happened. The incident took place on Mill Street near Pontypool. Oh, my goodness. I'm all stuffed up still. Detectives are working to establish the full circumstances surrounding tonight's incident, including the actions and movements of of those that were involved before, during, and after the disorder. Please forgive me if I'm talking out of my nose. I'm not trying to. At this stage of our inquiries, we believe the violent disorder involved members of 2 outlaw motorcycle clubs, the Vikings and the Hells Angels. At least they called them clubs and not gangs. That was nice of them. They're getting better.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
And in an update on Tuesday, the senior investigating officer said police were working around the clock to identify everyone involved and bring those responsible before the courts. The family of the victim are being supported by special trained officers. These specially trained. They have officers these days that are kind of like, Logic is a one of those Parsons who helps people. He's a what do you call him?
Chaplain.
Chaplain. He's a chaplain, and they now have police. So he works with the. So either they have police trained chaplains, or they have chaplains that work with the police department. And these chaplains will go out. So if they don't have their own police trained chaplains, they use people like Logic. And the preacher goes out and he, helps people get through. Like the family right there whose family member has been killed, they'll send a chaplain, either a police trained chaplain, a specially trained police officer, or they got their own ministers that volunteer or whatever, or maybe are on the department or whatever, and they send them and they go and help. And you remember how when we had a brother that was dying, that was on his deathbed, Nikita 1%er, God rest his soul, Will's a soul brother. When we were at his deathbed, we called Logic, and the pastor prayed over the family and everything, and prayed over and just really lifted everyone's spirit. So that's what you have those specially trained officers for. So that's who the family was being helped by. And let's see. So they're being supported by those specially trained officers. Our thoughts remain with the family of the victim, they said. The superintendent said. On Monday, Gwent police appealed for Anthony Paul Jones, who's just 40 years old, from a place called Blainavon, Torfin. There you go. To come forward as part of the investigation. So when the police are calling your name, like, hey, bro, you need to come on over there. We know you're over in Blainavon, Torfin. You need to come on down so we can go on head on and arrest that ass. Officers are also looking for the blue Ford Transit van with the registration Mary Alpha 23. So they know Mary Alpha 23 FLC. Yeah, they got the whole thing. They know who you are, so you need to come on down so we can talk to your ass too. They were reportedly also involved in the disorder. The van believed to be missing its front lower near side panel, so they know exactly what the van looks like. The men arrested are between the ages of 31, those are just babies, and 73. They got guys 10 years older than I am, still out there getting it, man.
Oh, God.
They got a 73-year-old to whoop your ass, man. And 3 have been released on bail, the force said on Monday. So this is a developing event. Now, we have one of our own guys, one that follow us, that says, no, that's not quite what it is. Okay, got your email. I'll send you the stuff later. So he's going to send us pictures. He says, no, that's not what happened. The 81s and the Vikings have been at war with the Celtic Wolves. They took 2 patches. I have pictures, he said. So, there's nothing like pictures. Pictures are receipts as long as they're not AI pictures. Logic says he works with the fire department as well. What up, OG? One love from Sin City Disciples. Hey, Sin City Disciples, what's up with y'all, man? One love back. Yeah. Jay says, anyone else notice that the average age of the people they show going through Sturgis now looks like an AARP convention for the GOP? Even the clubs. I hadn't put that 2 and 2 together. I did notice there was a lack of black people at Sturgis. I was like, okay, we're going next year, but are we gonna be like the only ones?
I was thinking that when you were saying it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, there's I don't know if they're GOPers particularly, but I was like, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there, and we'll see, We'll see what happens while we're there.
Oh my God, you are so funny.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I've been waiting for so long to use that sound right there that we just used. I've been like, when am I going to get to use my Wii sound? You guys are too young to even remember Wii. The Wii game was out when I was, 30. The Wii is 30 years old at least, 30, almost 40 years old. When do you get too old to keep going to prison? Obviously not, ever.
Man, that's crazy.
Obviously not ever. Do you know anything about the accident that involved a black club yesterday in Oklahoma? No, I don't know anything about an accident that involved a black club in Oklahoma. A motorcycle accident? Accident in Oklahoma. Let's see. Yesterday. Let's see if we can find something. Person dead after crash involving motorcycles and a semi-trailer on I-35. It says motorcycles in Moore, which is south of Oklahoma City. Moore is south of Oklahoma City by about 30 miles or so. Moore, no, not even 30 miles. Moore is right before the no, Moore is souther because you got Norman, isn't that where Oklahoma University is? And then you have Moore right after that. Let's see. Deadly motorcycle crash. Let's see here. We're gonna, was this yesterday? Hold on. Let's see. August 11th. That was yesterday. Oh my God, this looks like it may be it. Let's go to this real quick. Action.
The big news of the morning here, Oklahoma Highway Patrol investigating a deadly motorcycle crash on I-35. It happened around 9 this morning, close to 19th Street on the northbound side of 35, right there in Moore. This is the video from Sky 5 pilot Chase Rutledge.
Okay, those are
We had to
Harley.
blur some of this out for you. A semi involved in this, several
see any colors,
motorcycles
though.
as well that Chase said he could see at that scene involved in this crash. We don't know yet what caused it. You do want to know that northbound I-35 has a backup about 5 miles right now, all the way down to Norman. I just checked the map. It is still backed up there, so plan ahead if you're about to head out the door.
So
The big news of the
Moore is just south of Norman, or is Moore? Moore is where OSU is, and Norman is where OU is. So I believe Moore is further south than Oklahoma, than Norman. I believe. I can't remember, but in any event, is that it? I didn't see any motorcycle clubs there. I did see a bunch of guys. I didn't see a motorcycle club particularly. This happened yesterday. Somebody was killed, it appears. A person was taken to the hospital. Somebody died. But it doesn't say anything about a motorcycle club there, to MRPHINN. I like to go to Michael's rec service and see what's actually they're discussing. Okay, so no, we don't know about that yet, but we will try to delve into it. I don't know if that was it or not, but God bless the soul of the person that has passed. Oh my goodness, that's a horrible thing. When we ride these motorcycles, we know that could be it. Just know that we went out doing what we loved, if that means anything. Next story. Well, let's see. Let's do this real quick before we go to the next story. And hold on just a minute, Tia. Action.
When the state brings their best, you better have yours. Call Black Dragon 404-692-0336.
Oh God.
I have commercials. Sorry. I don't know what got into me. That was fun. All right. Next story. Here we go. Police, over 11 people shot at the biker club in Mississippi. SSMC private club. I've never heard of the SSMC Motorcycle Club. That doesn't mean they ain't out there. Over 11 people are recovering after bullets flew in what officials are calling a mass shooting at a Grenada biker club overnight. Saturday morning, about 1:30 a.m., police were called to the SMS biker club. Well, this says SSMC. So they didn't get that right. It's not the SMS biker club. It's the SSMC biker club. But they tried in Grenada, Mississippi. According to the press release from Grenada Police Department, more than 11 people were shot. Jesus Christ. Most of the shooting victims were treated at the University of MS Medical Center in Grenada, police said. Police said one person was airlifted by helicopter to the UMMC. They got all these acronyms. The UMMC Medical Center in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi, honey, is where my kinfolks are. You know, we've been there several times. That's where my people are from. They're from Jackson, Mississippi. Actually, my people are a little further north. They're from Canton, Mississippi. That's where my people are. But Jackson, Mississippi is the big city. And you've been back there with me several times to bury people and carry on. So that's where that's going on at. Police said one person was airlifted. According to police, there may still be more victims that haven't come forward yet. When searching, you know how people are in the hood, that they'll just go do their own medicine to their own arms and shit. I grew up with people like that. Like, are you gonna call the cops? You gonna go to the police department? Like when I was 16, I used to work for this guy. I was a driver for a pimp. I remember he got shot. He got shot in a fight. And he did his own surgery. It was crazy. Oh my God. He was a felon and he wasn't supposed to have a gun. So when he got in a gunfight, and the police the hospital is required to call the police if there's a gunshot wound. And so I went to go get his ass because I was his driver. And I was 16. I was horrified. I was absolutely horrified at this guy. And he said, I need some hydrogen peroxide and stuff. And him and his hizzos, they put him back together. Hey, he recovered. He recovered. Just fine. You're wondering, how did I wind up the driver for a pimp at 16? I see that look in your face. Like, how did that happen? Well,
what was his name?
Oh my God. I don't remember.
Don't. You don't have to. I just wanted.
I remember his real name. I just knew him by his street name, which I probably shouldn't call out on. So I met him quite by accident. He was. He had this big Cadillac and everything, and he wore the hat with the feather in it. He was cool, and I was 16. I would get out of school early, like my classes were done by like before 12, and so I was, instead of graduating early, I just didn't do anything, and I was driving around town, and his car broke down, and it was him and all these ladies sitting outside of the car. And there wasn't no cell phones and stuff back then in the 70s. That wasn't around. So they were trying to get a car. And I was one of those kids that helps people out. So I pulled over and I was like, hey, man, still to this day, I pulled over and I was like, can I help you out? And he had all them fine ass hizzos with him. And I was like, can I help you out? And he was like, oh, yeah, young man. We need a ride, baby. He was so cool. I was just mesmerized by the guy. He was a real pimp, bro. A PIMP. So he somebody said you can get props. He wasn't called the police. He did his own surgery on his own. So he gets the props. I drove him and I was so polite and everything. I was just a kid. I was so polite, and and his car was broken down. And he couldn't get it fixed for like a week. So as we were driving and stuff, he asked me to make several stops. And we made these stops. I have no idea to this day what we were stopping for, right? I can only imagine. And so he says to me, "Hey, young man, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm in school and I get out at about 10:30, 11." He said, "And what do you do?" "Oh, nothing. I'm just hanging out. I have a little job. I'm a cook down here at Nicolosi's restaurant. I was a grill cook, and I started as a dishwasher." And he said, "Baby, you can make some real bread." And I said, "Really?" He said, "You want to drive for me? I need a driver for the next week." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And he had all them cute little girls. And I had a Dodge Polara. So you could put all those people in a Dodge Polara, right? It wasn't the Cadillac he had, but it was a Dodge Polara, 383 short block engine, police cruiser. Oh, yeah. She was built, baby. She'd run. You could smoke them back tires down the road, man. 1972 Dodge Polara. It was beautiful, baby. So I had this Dodge Polara, and I would go get this guy because after I got up, they weren't getting up till about 10 or 11. That's when they got up. And I'd go get this pimp. He was dressed and clean as hell, boy. And they had them women with him and stuff. And they would get in the car. He paid me big money, man. That guy gave me like $100 bill to get started. I was like $100 just to get started, bro. It'd take me 3 or 4 days to make that money. I was making like $3 an hour. So I think I was making like $3.75 an hour. So, that was real money. This guy peeled off 100 like it wasn't nothing. And then he would give me this money to carry around for him so I could buy stuff. Like whenever he needs something, he would motion to me and I'd walk up and rip the, it was the closest to bawling I ever got. So you can be a baller with somebody else's money, right? So
Oh,
yeah, the girls, they treated me so good. Like they would rub on me and pet on me. "Oh, he's so young. He's so cute. He's 16. Oh, hey, man, listen, I grew up so fast working with this dude, working for this dude, because he was in the shit. And turns out my karate instructor was a pimp too. I didn't know, but he was.
it's so crazy.
Oklahoma pimps, baby. Ride around on 10th Street and Northeast 10th and Northeast 5th Street and all that. You guys, Northeast 2nd Street, you guys know what I'm talking about in Oklahoma. And so in Oklahoma City, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, we'd roll around and this guy would be in all kinds of fights and trouble and stuff, man. It was something else. And that's how I wound up driving for him. After the week was over, and he was like, "Hey, man, why don't you just continue to hang out with me?" So I worked for him. And I don't know what brought that story on. I don't know why I decided to tell the story. But anyway, oh, yeah, we were talking about there may still be victims out there. People who, like my good friend, people like him who do their own working on their own selves. Nothing you're saying is funny. Why do you keep laughing while you're talking? It's funny to me. That's why I'm laughing, because it's funny to me. Gosh, Warrior, OTN. That's horrible. But anyway, it was funny to me. Can I laugh at my own stuff? So when searching the club, police removed guns and stolen property. It's still unclear what led to the mass shooting, and no arrests were have been made at the time. But there's definitely investigation is still ongoing in that story. Wow. So anyway, 11 people shot at a motorcycle club. I have seen all that kind of stuff before, and it's just sad. I remember the first time I took Tia to this one motorcycle club, and man, she says it wasn't the first time, but it's the first time I can remember. And they got into a shootout there, and oh my goodness, she was mad at me. I tell you, that girl's been through a lot with the J. I'm so glad to still have her. God bless her for still being here with me. Okay, next story here. What is the next story? Motorcycle rally from Brazil. Oh, man, this stuff here. we have to. We'll get into this. Is so silly to me. What's going on these days? But anyway, first this message.
Don't try to join a motorcycle club until you've read my book, Prospects Bible.
Wow, what happened to that?
Don't try to join a motorcycle club until you've read my book, Prospects Bible.
Yeah. Okay, so that was I'm practicing I'm practicing my commercials. That's what that was. I'm practicing making my commercials. Okay, next story. Give a child. No, that's not the story. Motorcycle rally video from Brazil misrepresented as a Michigan anti-Muslim protest. So what we got going on right now, friends, is everybody, or a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are mad. The Muslim guy won the election in Michigan by just like 1,000 votes or something. Not a whole bunch of votes. Not what we call a clear majority. But in America, we still have silly practices like no other of the rest of the world, that there's no winner take all system in some of these places. You have to have a coalition so you don't have, okay, so democratic society is supposed to be run by a majority. Well, we have taken this to believe that a majority is if there's 900 people are voting, or let's say 1,000 people are voting, and you get 501 votes, you technically have the majority. But 499 is real close to 500. So you get to win and take over everything with just one extra vote. Or in this case, 1,000 votes. You got tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people voting, and 1,000 people is just such a small number. Like, it doesn't represent what we call a clear majority, but it's majority enough for you to take over. And people are mad about it now. You're never mad about that when it's your side that wins. But when it's the other side that wins, oh my gosh, they only had 10 people. They're in charge of everything. Other places like the UK and stuff, they have a majority. You got to have a real majority. You got to have a coalition that everybody wins. So you win a percentage. So depending on how many votes you get a percentage of the control. And so it's probably maybe a little fairer. Right now in the Democratic Party, the Muslim guy won. And so the Jewish Democrats are quite pissed off, and the Christian Zionist Democrats are pissed off, and the young Democrats that are more progressive and liberal, they're happy. So there's a fight between the two. Thank you for those beautiful roses. Thank you for that beautiful heart. Let's try to get me up to another 1,000 likes over here, if you'd please. You know what I like about TikTok? It's different than the rest of you bastards. Is TikTok, you can ask them to give you some likes, and they'll just start double tapping, and you'll just watch your likes just roll up the screen. I asked you stingy bastards for a like, and man, stop playing with me.
Don't do that.
They're so stingy on these. Like, look at my TikTok likes.
But they're still here.
Going up the screen, man. They treat me like a stepchild. Well, I see you, Renegades MC. What's up? There are my likes just going up there. My hearts are going. Thank you guys over there. I love y'all so much. But anyway, this story here is crazy. Social media posts are claiming a video of a massive motorcycle convoy shows riders heading to Dearborn, Michigan to protest the city's large Muslim population after the U.S. Senate candidate Abdul El Sayed secured the Democratic Party nomination in a pivotal 2026 midterm race. But That is false, they say. That's false.
Thank you
That's
very
not
much.
happening. There's no massive motorcycle club thing of thousands of people rolling up to Dearborn, and they're going to hit there at any second. I told you guys, you can't listen to these stupid social media reports. They'll have you believing the sky is actually falling. Chicken Little is the chicken that we all knew that thought the sky was falling. Have you ever looked at the sky and laid down and looked up at the sky? It does look like it's falling. I thought it was falling my damn self. Yeah, especially when the clouds are like moving kind of funny, you'd be like, is this gonna fall on me, man? Is this falling? And you want to be like, fall. So this Chicken Little looked up at the sky one day and he thought it was falling. He started running and screaming to everybody, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And people were looking at Chicken Little. Then some people started believing him. And then you had a whole bunch of people, Chicken Littles, running around talking about the sky is falling. It is something, it's a story, a nursery story that is true today. It's like the king who wore no clothes. If you can convince a person that he's wearing clothes when he's naked as a jaybird, that people will actually believe that stuff. In this case, in Dearborn, Michigan, these people have put out on social media that there are a video about a massive motorcycle convoy showing riders riding to Dearborn, Michigan to engage with the Muslims over there because this guy won the primary. But it's a false video. It was actually filmed, get this, a month ago, before the August 4th Michigan primary election. And it was the AFP geolocated this video to a highway in freaking Brazil. They're not even in the United States.
Very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
That's funny, man. They're not even in the United States. This is a motorcycle rally heading to Dearborn, Michigan. Is the title. It was posted on August 8th, 2026. And here is the video here. And you see all these hundreds of bikes. These guys are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across. And everybody thought they were heading to Dearborn. Similar footage posts linking the footage to Dearborn spread across Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok after left-wing upstart El Said beat out the Democratic Party establishment candidate in Michigan's August 4th primary race. El Said, a former local government health official, is a Muslim candidate born in Detroit to an Egyptian father and an American mother. So he was born here. So people have been trying to throw him out of the country, but it looks like he was born here. Several of the posts sharing the video referenced an August 18th event being organized by Jake Lang. Oh, Jake! Jakey Poo's back! Oh, man. That Jake Lang guy is funny. What you guys can't hear is the applause when I pause. It's because the applause is playing in my ear. Some people hate my applause, but there it is. So help me understand how we can celebrate religious freedom as an American principle, but become angry when an American citizen who practices Islam chooses to participate in politics. I don't know, Logic. That's just what they do. It's just what they do. And, Hardwire 1%er says it best right here. People are making a big deal out of the primaries. Like the primary is just the first stage. That's why they call it a primary. You still got to win the general election. Relax. The MAGBA was a joke. I'm not MAGA, but I am a prior service Marine and constitutionalist. I have bled and sweated for the United States. Well, appreciate you. Thank you for your support, my bro. I am the ultimate authority by divine decree. Only God can control the clouds. I've given the sign. Okay, amen. I see you down there on TikTok. Amen. God bless you. So, yeah, it's crazy. Several of the posts during the video referenced an August 18 event being organized by Jake Lang, one of the more than 1,500 defendants who was charged in the January 6, 2021 attack and keeps on getting arrested. Oh, I just added that in there. On the U.S. Capitol, he attacked the U.S. Capitol. He was pardoned by President Donald Trump. The far-right provocateur is planning a Christian Crusader march on Dearborn. Wow. Notice, if you will, notice how none of these people live in Dearborn. They're all coming to Dearborn with that bullshit. They're all coming. The anti-Crusader march is coming, and we're all coming to a city new year. Like, what does Dearborn have to do with anybody? Like, what you guys are doing in Dearborn has yet to affect me. Now, I haven't missed one meal because of some Dearborn shit. You not have to agree with someone's religion, says the preacher, on the political views. But if you truly believe in religious freedom, then that freedom has to apply even when a person worships differently. I don't know that we really believe in religious freedom in this country. We say we do. We always have, but do we? I don't know if we do. The far-right provocateur is planning a Christian Crusader march in Dearborn to stop Islamification of America.
Oh, shit! Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
This is meant to coincide with a city council meeting that day, according to a post on X. He's going to stop Islamification of America. I think we'd probably need to have several million more here, but okay, before that could happen, but okay. But the aerial footage of the motorcyclist is unrelated to any event in Dearborn, a city with a large Muslim and immigrant population that has frequently been the target of misinformation. Reverse image searches revealed the video has circulated since at least July 4th, 2026. When it appeared on TikTok, where it is archived. And there the video is again of all these folks riding down the street. The original TikTok video was not labeled with any contextual information, but the poster published several other similar clips in the span of a few days that he described as showing the Brazilian motorcycle club, the Insanos MC, as riding along Rodovia dos Bandeirantes, a highway in the state of Sao Paulo, and that's where it was done. Now, you know, the Insanos MC is a very big, very famous MC there in Brazil, and it's a huge, I think it's the biggest motorcycle club in Brazil. And if you remember, Mike Ball brought the Insanos here with the big homie and several others that they came here to the United States. Big time motorcycle club. An Instagram user who describes himself as an Insanos MC spokesperson also shared a version of the original clip on July 6th, where it's archived. So the motorcycle group had advertised a charity event called Bonde Pela Vida on Facebook, saying it would take place across 3 days from July 3rd to July 5th. Afterward, they posted several highlight video compilations, and the AFP independently confirmed the location by identifying several markers in the footage. So a radio tower, which they're showing you there, what else? A red roofed building, and then using Google Street View. That's how they said, oh man, this is in Brazil. This ain't even in America. Look at all the motorcycles. I don't even know if we got a club that big here in the United States. That's a big ass club. And Sanos is huge. Anyway, yeah, that wasn't, it's not true. They're not riding here. Certainly not from Brazil, but I am so glad to know that we could work that out. You guys have to forgive me, man. This I'm talking out of my nose because my nose is stopped up. All right. Last story here this morning. Oh no, this is the second to the last story. So going along with this story, we have to talk about this. But first, this brief message.
This Texas hot sauce is the hottest sauce in all Texas. Order it from TexasHotSauceCompany.com.
Yeah. All right, man. Order that Texas hot sauce from my good friend, low key down there, TexasHotSauceCompany.com. Make sure to go there and get you some hot sauce. He's a great guy, man. Biker extraordinaire. All right. Now, this story here, this lady says that Jake Lang was almost stoned to death. Check this out. Action.
Hundreds of Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan tried to stone Jake Lang to death right there in the street. They hurled massive rocks at his head. They beat him. They tried to drag him out of a police squad car and finish the job. All because this American citizen dared to say, Jesus is king of Dearborn, Michigan. Speak the name of Jesus and declare we support ICE and we do not want these illegal immigrants here. Police, including a white female officer, had to fight the mob off to save his life. Drone footage captured every second of the attack. Jake Lang was simply practicing free speech in America. He said nothing illegal. Yet the crowd treated him like a criminal under Sharia. They enforced blasphemy laws with stones and fists. Nobody gets stoned for mocking Christianity. Say something Muslims dislike, and suddenly the religion of peace turns into a violent mob trying to murder you. These people have zero interest in assimilation. They bring their tribal rules here and use leftist politics as cover. Dearborn already looks like a third world stronghold where free speech ends the moment feelings get hurt. Jake Lang almost died for words. That is the reality on the streets of America right now. Okay, just watch this. Hundreds.
All right. So this is what I want to do for you guys. I just want you guys to understand. Nobody should have beat up Jake Lang for talking. And when people see this kind of stuff, they get so mad and so angry. But you got to see how you're being manipulated here, because the same thing happens to motorcycle clubs. They manipulate stories about you, and people cannot use their mind because their anger takes over. But you got to be able to tell the truth about stuff. In the motorcycle club world, we have this. This is Dearborn, Michigan. We just read the story about how these motorcycle clubs and stuff were headed to Dearborn, Michigan. And Jake Lang said he was going to be there with his Stop the Islamification of America protest. So he shows up there, and just like several things with Jake Lang, there was no protest. There was just Jake Lang. And that sucked, because you ain't got no boys to back your ass up. In the motorcycle club world, what happens to you in the motorcycle club world if you're out in the wrong colors, in the wrong place, and you ain't got no boys to back your ass up? Oh, shit. You're going to catch it. Also, who goes into somebody else's clubhouse talking ish? Who? You think I'm going to go into the Outcast clubhouse and look at the old man up on the wall and start talking noise? Am I going to do that? You're going to get your ass kicked. When you go to the Outcast Motorcycle Club and they let you have a camera, you're not supposed to take a camera in there, but people know me and stuff, and so they'd be like, okay, Dragon, you can shoot anything in here, just don't take a picture of the old man.
Old man on the wall. Don't
take a picture of the old man on the wall. And so if you turn your camera to the old man on the wall, what do you, come on. Come on, man. You don't walk into other people, like, you're not even from Dearborn. You come to Dearborn talking shit. Well, you know, my good friend, has a T-shirt, Talk Shit, Spit Blood. Harley House 76. He sent me his T-shirt. It has Talk Shit, Spit Blood right there on it. That is what happens when you go to somebody's house. Come on, motorcycle club people. You know that. You know that. We do not talk noise in other people's territories. It's disrespectful. Hey, to my Crip and Blood people, do people come to your hood and throw up their signs? Are you in the Roller 60 hood throwing up blood signs and you're walking by yourself? Hell no, you don't do that. So come on, man. Stop it, Jake. Stop it. You went in somebody else's hood talking crazy. And so when I see something like this, I'm like, now wait a minute. She said hundreds of Muslims were attacking Jake Lang. And I see him standing here all by himself with no hundreds of Muslims around him.
Of Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan tried
to. One guy threw a rock. One guy threw a rock. This is not a stoning. Hey, listen, I've been to a country where a woman got stoned. There's a difference, okay? There's a difference. A real difference. This right here is one guy throwing a rock.
Stone Jake Lang to death.
Okay,
right.
Stone Jake Lang to death. First of all, where are the hundreds at? I count about 10 right there,
in the street.
Baby.
They hurled massive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like 92 less than 100. Oh my gosh! All right, and so if you're listening, you're not believing your lying eyes. Okay, there might get up to like 30 people. There never got to be 100.
Of rocks at his head.
So
They beat him.
so you got 8 protesters, and here the cops are rolling in right there. 8 protesters of Jake Lang and 2 cops at least, and one guy, some idiot running around with a Islamic flag. That is not helping anything for their cause. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people now, and 1, 2, 3 cops there to help Jake. Nowhere near hundreds of Muslims. It's just not there. Here's the evidence. Okay, so I still don't see the stoning in place. I don't see the stoning. The last time a black lady pulled over and got him out of there, no, it wasn't a lady. It was a trans lady that did it. Yeah, so that's a lady. Yeah, so it was a trans lady that did it. Now this time, it's somebody in a car, and he's got his bullhorn still on his back. And he ain't even, and oh, look, that's a sergeant. It's a police officer helping him get in the car. So there's no way he can be stoned to death right there with the police standing right there. The police has got his hand on the guy trying to keep him out of the car. So the police are right here. She didn't even mention them. Come on.
And finish the job.
And so that was a female police officer too. Now, deport 100 million, save America. Oh, so he's walking around in their little neighborhood with a sign that says deport 100 million, save America. And he's got all these people sitting on top of the airplane. He's got so many people on the airplane. He's got people sitting on top of the airplane. This is the sign he's walking around with. Come on, man. You're asking somebody to, no one should be hitting him. He should be able to say whatever he wants. But yeah, this is not
this American
this
citizen.
is not a stoner. Somebody punched him. Okay, he got punched by a guy.
Dare to say
an old guy. He could have beat that guy up.
Jesus is king of Dearborn.
That guy can't even run. It really is.
Speak the name of Jesus.
That guy. Somebody needs to whoop him. Jake, you should have whooped his ass, bro. And
declare
sad.
we support
and then,
ICE.
okay,
and we do not want these illegal immigrants
so nobody
here.
is actually
Police,
really hit him
white-
yet, and now he's in the car. I'm just trying to find the hundreds of people. There's still only these 10. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's 1, 2, 3 cops. Like, where are the hundreds of people?
Had to fight the mob off to save his life.
And now, is she fighting the mob off? Is she fighting the mob off? This one little woman all by herself is fighting the mob off. All she did was stand there and say, "Hey, guys, don't do this. Don't. If you wouldn't mind, don't do this."
Drone footage captured every second of the attack.
This guy here, does he look like he could? Oh, his fist is balled up. It's not even a tight ball. If you hit somebody with that fist, you're going to break your hand.
Jake Lang was simply practicing free speech in
He
America.
was simply
he said
practicing
nothing illegal.
free speech. So one guy hit him and one guy threw a rock
like
at
a
him.
Criminal. under
This old
Sharia.
guy hit him. He should have whooped that guy
They enforce
right there on the
blasphemy
spot.
laws with stones and fists.
And the young guy swung at him.
Nobody gets stoned for mocking
Now,
Christianity.
I just want to know where the stoning is. No one gets stoned for mocking Christianity. Where did he get stoned? He didn't
Say
get
something
stoned.
Muslims dislike,
He didn't
and
get stoned.
suddenly the religion
So
of peace
my
turns
friend
into a
sent me
violent
this
mob
morning.
trying to
Okay,
murder
now I did see 2 or 3 more projectiles fly at him
you.
just now.
These people have zero interest in
So
assimilation.
maybe more than one
They
person.
bring their tribal
Override.
rules here
But
and use leftist
yeah.
politics as cover.
Yeah,
Dearborn
there's guys holding people off.
already looks like
Nobody
a
is
third world.
going to hurt this man in front of all those cameras. Stop playing. Don't let these people. Don't let these people rile you up, man. Nobody stoned this man. Certainly not nearly to death. And then they show him sitting in the ambulance.
Stronghold where free speech ends the moment
So he
feelings
did
get
get punched
hurt.
a few times. This
Jake
is
Lang
true.
almost
So
died.
here he is, and
He's always in some shit.
here he is. Here he is in the ambulance. And I'm telling you, a person who gets stoned is not sitting up in an ambulance like this,
for
just
words.
chilling.
That is the
He
reality
ain't got a
in the
mark
streets
on.
of
Oh, okay, we got to zoom in with a magnifying glass to see this mark.
America right now.
Oh, man, stop.
Okay, just watch.
And when you get an attractive looking woman like that, beating the drums of stoneism, people believe it. Freedom is an illusion that we continue to believe will happen in America. Wow, somebody said. But anyway, that was somebody said we're in the end times. I am the ultimate. Someone says we're in the end times. City of God, bless everyone. Honor and respect. Hey, honor and respect, Rashawn. Good to see you down there on TikTok. So, no. All morals currently in the world came from religion. If we practice animalistic natural freedoms, morals wouldn't exist. No, we'd be predators. I don't know if all morals came from religion, though. I don't know that. Do you think before religion, people just did the right thing just because, not because they wanted to go to heaven or hell, but just because it was? I think that kindness was always here, hardwired, just like evil was always here. That's what I think. Islam is not a problem. Not blending with culture as part of the melting pot is the problem. We are not meant to be tossed salad that doesn't blend together. Probably so. You don't need religion to have morals, says Biker News Canada. And I don't think that you do. It's funny how people call themselves Christians, but your political beliefs contradict Jesus' teachings, says one person, Big Hooch. Morals come from religion. That's where they come from. If we lived, okay, says 1%. I think I read that. They made religion to control people. Yes, the formal religion did. I don't know if they made it for that, Biker Canada, but that did turn out to be, especially when Keegans and stuff started realizing that people were following the teachings of, God more than the teachings of the king. Then they went and took over all the churches and made themselves, bishops and stuff like that. So that was interesting how that went, and it was definitely for control. So without going to church, we wouldn't know know not to hurt, steal, or send someone to the upper room. That makes no sense to me. I think so. I think so.
I
LOL.
agree with that. I got all of basically my morals and teachings from my mom taking me to church early on in life. I learned.
But there was a time before church, and so to say that all goodness came from church, well, so we didn't have any goodness before then as people? The cavemen weren't good to each other?
Well, I can't speak on that. I can
couldn't
only
have a
speak
society. You couldn't have a society if people weren't good to each other. You'd have to have some kind of laws in order for people. Do you ever remember? You don't even know who Raquel Welch is, do you?
I remember she was a sex symbol back in the 70s, right?
In the 60s.
Personally, I didn't see what everybody saw.
Because you didn't see the Raquel Welch by the time you saw
I
her.
was just like, almost like Pam Grier. I hear people talking about Pam
Don't you
Grier
dare.
like, oh my God,
Oh my God. Pam
My
Grier.
mom to me was finer than Pam Grier, and
Well, maybe she was, but she wasn't on TV, and Pam Grier was. I got to meet.
I'm looking for like what she was a beautiful woman. I won't take that away from her, but I was like, okay.
Listen,
Some people are overrated.
I almost got no, she was not overrated. Pam Grier
Raquel
was the
Welch.
mom. No, Raquel Welch
Pam
nor
Grier.
Pam Grier. But I almost got kicked off of the set of Biker Boys because of Pam Grier.
Oh God.
Yes.
She was a beautiful woman,
So listen, she was still in her 40s, I think, when she came, or maybe early 50s. She was still fine as an MFer at the time. I was in the office where we were shooting Biker Boys. I was in the office when they were interviewing all the women, and all the black stars wanted to be on that movie. And so they came to talk directly to the director to see if they could be in the movie. And she came to talk to the director. And when she came in there, I was like, oh shit, this is Pam Grier. And I'm Black Dragon. I'm getting that. I'm going to get that. That's for me. I'm getting that.
Thank you.
So I walks up to Pam and I looks her up and down and I catch her in my gaze and she's gazing at the Black Dragon. And I'm, yeah. Now, I did not know at the time that you're not allowed to approach these people like that. When stars come in, if you're working on a Hollywood set, you're not allowed to ask for autographs and shit like that. That's not permissible. If you're you don't even get to sit and eat with them. They have their own tent. The stars have their own tent, and the extras and stuff and staff, they have their own tent to eat in. And you really don't like mix with them. You're not allowed to get pictures with them and autographs. Or for the movie Biker Boys, it was different though, because all of the stars were making the movies with us, regular people, and they wanted to be with us. They wanted to be. You don't see a lot of black folks on those sets, and so they came and they actually ate with us. They didn't even eat in their own tents. Lorenz Tate, Lawrence Fishburne, all those guys were actually eating with us and hanging out with us. And we got to hang out in circles with them and laugh and talk with them and all this stuff. It was really cool. But she came in to audition or whatever. And I was staring at her, looking her all up and down and everything. And I was trying to get ready to holler before the director pulled me to the side and said, no, we can't do that, bro. No, Black Dragon, no. He pulled me off my game. He pulled
doing the most.
He pulled me off my game. I was so mad. Like, bro, we can't holler at a sister, man. What are you doing, man? What the hell kind of rules y'all got over here in Hollywood? So I was don't talk negative about Pam Grier, baby. She was
no,
bad.
not negative. I just Kennedy. It was a lady from the 80s, Kennedy.
Jacqueline Kennedy? Jackie Onassis Kennedy?
No, not her. That's President's wife. I'm talking about the black lady that was always in the jet. And
oh, yes,
Ebony.
Jane Kennedy. Oh, my God.
Jane Kennedy, yeah. I was just like, everybody talking about how... Man. I was just trying to see what everybody was talking about, and I couldn't see it.
Baby.
Just show me, teach me, but I'm
you
sorry.
Cannot talk about Jane Kennedy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Jane Kennedy, they made it look like that woman was just
Jane Kennedy was.
And I was like, okay, she's cute.
I cannot believe that we can't get no Jane Kennedy love right here. This is listen.
I didn't say she's very attractive, but I'm sorry. I was just trying to see what everybody saw and see what everybody was talking about, and I didn't see it. So you said getting back to Raquel Welch, and I was just like, oh, okay, what is it? What is everybody talking about? What? Show
So
me.
part of that story is that okay, so we were saying, was there goodness before religion? And so I do remember the Raquel Welch's big breakout movie was called something BC, 1000 BC, 500 BC, something like that. It was something BC, Raquel Welch breakout movie. I think what was it called? 1 million years BC. 1 million years BC. Here's my girl right here. What's up, Raquel? She was something else back in the day. Look at the little thing, little thing there. That back in the day, man, that was American Beauty right there that you saw right there. Anyway, in the movie 1 million BC, this is 1 million years before Christ. 1 million years before that kind of any religion at all. She was a cave woman walking around with cave women in loincloth. I mean, it was quite the thing in the 70s to see, or the 60s. You know, this might have been the 60s. Anyway, they had laws. They had goodness. They had morals. They just couldn't speak any language. They unga gunga is how they spoke. But it was a whole movie about morals and justice and goodness and a bad guy and what happened to the bad guy in the end. So I believe that there was always morals in the world. I think they were here before religion. That's all I was saying with that. Yeah. That's it.
Well, personally, when you started to learn what was right and wrong, was it not in church? Was it not in about morals and how to treat people?
For me, yeah. For you, yeah. We got our morals in church, but I have friends that are atheists that have never been to church.
And they're good people, right?
They're good people, yeah. Like Diablo. If you mention God,
Diablo, he's the first one to come to mind.
He gets so mad. I can't believe you said God. Sorry, bro. You need Jesus. He gets angry. You realize if you want to be friends with him, you don't even
talk about God.
Yeah, you just don't even go there. Like, okay, so the blank bless me today, and we went to blank Sunday. Wow. Blank bless him. You just try to stay away from anything because he gets so mad, and he feels like the world is prejudiced against atheists, and I think the world probably is prejudiced against atheists these days. So, yeah.
But even as an atheist, they will agree that there is a higher power. Like they just didn't wake up here and everybody was
higher power. He does not. What he does.
No. Even if it's Satan, that people believe in.
No, an atheist is not a person that believes in Satan. They just don't believe at all. No, what is it? An agnostic?
Nothing woke you up this morning. Nothing gave you motivation to move. Nothing saved you from when you.
Nothing.
Oh, see, I can't relate to that because all I know is being in scary places, and all I could do was Jehovah.
Some people have said that. I remember this one preacher told a story about how he was on an airplane and lightning hit the airplane, and this atheist guy he was talking to stood up and said, "God help me." So I've heard people say stuff like that before, but that doesn't mean now the pastor Logica said you have to understand, Tia, that beauty and being sexy in the 60s and 70s were different than they are now. Yeah. You're talking
absolutely.
You're talking 5 decades ago. You're talking 5, almost 6 decades ago. We thought beauty was different than girls didn't have bangs,
BBLs,
and they didn't have their bangs out here on the front of their head like they're doing now. Those things are considered beautiful.
You talking about the baby,
the baby hair? We call that bangs. Is that baby?
It's baby hair.
I thought they were bangs. No wonder when I said I like your bangs.
Baby hair. And that's something new. It's the children are doing this. So
Yeah. Oh no,
That's
there's some
so
old
funny.
women doing it too. Like, oh my goodness, so you've got bangs, do you? And you know your forehead is doesn't have that on it. Stop playing. But
Yeah.
like y'all y'all pasted that there because foreheads don't have bangs. Or excuse me, baby hair.
Well, Thelma on Good Times, to me, she was just so beautiful. And I
Yes.
just remember watching her just naturally beautiful. Like she didn't even have a makeup on, although she may have had makeup on, but she just looked
Thelma was
naturally,
beautiful.
just
Yes.
like a natural,
I love Thelma.
beautiful black
Yeah.
hood girl,
You know where
no
Thelma is
makeup.
every year? Every year?
Huh?
You know where Thelma is every year?
With the
At the
bikers.
at the National Bikers
With the
Roundup.
bikers.
Yeah, you got
Well,
to
she
pay
still gotta eat, right?
you pay $20 to get that picture with Thelma.
Yeah.
And her husband be there looking hard looking at you like, "Bro, go sit your ass down. I can put my arm around Thelma. I grew up
Oh
with her."
gosh.
Back Backpack File says I knew Jane Kennedy was bad when I was 8 years old and she was on the NFL Today. Yeah, she was like one of the first black women to do all that. She was before Vanessa Williams, who was also bad. Oh my goodness.
Now
Uh,
Vanessa Williams, her face card always
yes.
was beautiful. But you know, I remember posting a side by side of Thelma and Pam Grier, and guys were like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't see it. I don't know what y'all talking about." So, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I get that.
Yeah. What up, Rashid? Uh, Logic said he got to meet at
Thelma.
Thelma at the roundup.
Yeah.
You don't really
Yeah,
get to
she's
meet
always
Thelma.
there
You get
taking
to stand in
pictures.
line and go put your arm around her, and it lasts like 10 seconds, and then it's over. But Thelma was still fine. I think she's still fine. She's
Yeah, she
still looking good.
is. Yeah, she is
Atheist is a person who
beautiful.
believes no God exists. Agnostic means you don't have a known God, proven existence of a God. Thank you for delineating that for me. I knew both of the terms were similar. I just know what they were. I would hate to think I am the greatest thing in the universe and that people are the most knowledgeable people in the universe and we can be explained by science, something created from nothing. I don't know how that's just been one of the big questions of all times. If America was a Christian country, there would be no poor or homeless or no health care for people with no insurance. Oh my goodness, you guys are deep today. That was where I first
I
met you in
believe
Arkansas.
that.
Is that where we first met? In Arkansas, that was our first meeting, Pastor. Wow. I do remember us taking a picture together. I do remember that. But I didn't know where I met you when you first called me. The first time I remember speaking to the pastor was when he got in touch with me and said I don't want. It was during the problem with my club, and he said, I'm not asking you no questions. I don't want to know nothing. I just want to know if you're okay. And that's that chaplain stuff in him. He knows how to do those things. You know what I mean?
I remember Logic from our club having an accident on the road. I believe he called and prayed for you. I think
Uh,
it,
I don't remember. Did he? Did he?
yeah, I remember. I think that was him. Somebody called and prayed for you in the club,
So
and it
many
was
people
just
prayed
like,
for us back then.
yeah.
Anyway, the final thing is, if you're a one percenter, I had this one percenter give me a shout over the shits last night, and he says, "Black Dragon, how on earth do you go from?" So he didn't tell me he was a one percenter at first. I figured that out during the conversation, and I was like, "You're a one percenter, aren't you?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, because you got way more going on than a 99 percenter would be. The things you're talking about now are life threatening things, and so you guys got to tell me that when you call me, when you call me up and you want to talk or you got something that you got to bring forward, you got to tell me what you are because my you might think, oh, you're a man, it's the same. No, it's not the same, because you guys will face more consequences from your actions. And I have to advise you guys differently, because you're in a far more egregious situation than a guy that belongs to a family club. So it can become life and death for you guys. For us, it might be a fight or a fist fight, or somebody takes you to court, or they're mad at you because you kept your colors. In that situation, or you'll have people call up, we're coming to get our colors. I had that happen to me. We're coming to get our colors. Well, when are you coming? I'll be there Friday. I'll see you when you get here. The motherfucker still ain't come yet. Okay. Now, if it was a 1% club, most likely they'd be, Friday at 7 a.m. They'll be there at 6:58, right on the doorstep. It's different. So you guys, you got to let me know. Don't be counting on me to figure it out, because I might tell you to do something that I wouldn't tell you to do if you were on a different side of the equation. So this guy, I figured out after talking to him, hey, thank you for those beautiful hearts down there. Thank you for that beautiful money. I appreciate you guys on TikTok. Thank you for all those likes, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Go Popular. I appreciate that, man. So when this guy got out of the club, was hanging out, doing his thing, and he got out for personal reasons. And then about 4 or 5 years later, you know how you guys are. You start missing that club life. And when you miss the club life, right, when you're missing that club life, you decide you want to go back in. So he decided he would join a club, but he didn't want to join the old one. He found some new guys he liked. And so what does a club do? When you tell a club, I have been in a club before, this is what you're supposed to do. They call your past club and they want to know a few things. Did you leave on good standing? And good standing means, did you pay your bills? Did you pay your dues? Did you turn your colors in? Did you turn club property in? And were you put out bad? Those are the things they want to know. They don't particularly need to know what kind of guy you were. I don't like that guy. He was a piece of garbage. Because their prospecting and probationary period will figure out, they'll figure out whether you're a good guy or not. So we got our own probationary prospect period to figure out who's who and how good they are. Rashid said, they'll be knocking at your door at 5 a.m. You said, we'll see you at 6. They'll be there at 5. So we don't really care about what kind of guy you were. We want to know where you put out bad. Did you pay your dues when you left? Did you pay your fines when you left? Did you turn in club property when you left? And those are the things we want to know. And so when the club found out that, so when the guy got put out or when he left, he leaves on good standing. Now, when he's trying to go join another motorcycle club, now all of a sudden he was put out bad. And so they say, yeah, he's out bad. How? So he asked me, how do you go out from out good to out bad? And the answer is these guys, man, some of these guys, I know I can be kind of nasty to you if you leave my club. I feel like, oh, he doesn't like us anymore. He thinks he's better than us. You can kind of get the cold shoulder from the Black Dragon. I'm like, man, I don't have anything to say to you no more. I'm really funny like that. I'm really strange. So, well, you were never my brother in the first place. Well, I didn't become your brother till you became into the club. That's how we became brothers. So now you've left the club and maybe we're not brothers no more. I don't know. I was always nasty about that. So I'm so thankful to people who treat me like a brother when the club said that it had disassociated itself from me. There were because if they had done me like I was used to do people, then nobody would ever speak to me again. But so you do have brothers that transcend the patch, and they become brothers for real. So I would say you have patch brothers, and you have brothers that transcend the patch and become like real brothers. So just because somebody's wearing your patch, that doesn't make them your brother. It doesn't make them your heart brother. It just means that you guys are brothers of the patch. And brothers of the patch are different than brothers of the soul. So when you got a brother of the patch running around, jealous, mad, or upset, oh, he didn't want to be with us anymore, or he's going to go to this other club and do great things, they'll do shit like that. They'll do that. They'll put your name out bad, even though you left on good standings. And so the question is, what do you do? And in my world, there's a lot of things that you can do that are not life altering. But if you're in a small town and somebody puts you out bad, it's different than being in Atlanta. In Atlanta, there are 400 clubs here, and they're all hungry. And I really mean 400. I mean 400 for real. Back in 2009, when we first brought the Georgia Council online, there were 366 clubs here. I remember the count. I saw the guy who put the council together, the guys that put the council together, and they actually counted. There were 366 motorcycle clubs in Atlanta and the surrounding areas. So I'm sure there are 400 plus here now. So with 400 clubs here, you got a lot of choices with 400 clubs. So no one can really put you out bad here. That doesn't work here, because somebody is going to say, to hell with that, come hang out with us. That is the beauty of belonging to a big city. But if you're in Chesterfield, PA, or you're in oh my goodness, name any city, Cullen, Alabama, or Huntsville or something. If you're in somewhere up in Waterbury, Connecticut, or some little small something like that, or Duncan, Oklahoma, and there is really one outlaw motorcycle club and a few support clubs, and somebody put your name out bad, you are really facing a situation where, in order to try to motorcycle in a club, you might have to leave where you live in order to be able to do that.
That's true.
You might have to actually worry about someone coming to your home and hurting you. There are places that are still not progressive and still believe in that out bad badge of shame, and will still process that like the real thing. And you're living in a city where you might have to kill somebody. You might have to kill somebody to actually try to do that, or get hurt in some kind of way. So that is a problem. Somebody asked me, is Black Sabbath a 1% club? No, they're not. Ogre the biker said, we call brothers of the patch just bros where I'm at. Those are dudes that get dapped up, or like an elbow bump when you're saying, hey, brothers are brothers regardless of the patch. So there you go. And Moji says that's a fact. But I try to give things a title and stuff, so that a category, so you can put things in the category. That's what we teachers do. So that's why I come up with brothers of the patch and heart brothers, so that you can clearly designate and put them where they belong. So what I have seen in the 1% world has been interesting in terms of what guys have done to and it depends. If you got one overarching real badass 1% club in an area, there ain't nothing you can do. If you get put out bad, you're out bad. And the only thing you can do is sue for peace, man. You gotta continue to ask these people to you gotta like, one of the things I say is, if I was put out bad, show the paperwork. And it's just like these videos we were watching today, where somebody is lying on you. There are hundreds of Muslims stoning this guy to death. That's what clubs do. He was put out bad, and he's such a horrible person. And everyone that knows you on the bike set knows you're not a horrible person. But just because the club said it, people will listen to it and they'll follow it. And so you got to ask folks, are you going to believe your lying eyes? Like, if these guys actually put me out bad, where's the paperwork? Where I've been gone 5 years, where is the paperwork? They should have paperwork. And so it's on clubs, and I would tell clubs, and I would tell 1%er clubs that are doing this to people, because I see it. A 99%er club will put you out bad, and they are a support club of the 1% club, and the 1% club calls everybody and tells them not to mess with you. I would say, stop that, man. Stop that shit, guys. Stop it. You're destroying people's lives. You're taking away what they love and what they believe over political BS, and you're watering down your culture because people are finding ways around it. I'll tell you of 2 stories of people that found their way around it. One guy was a guy here in Atlanta called Nikita, 1%er. And Nikita decided one day, his club came into some huge problems. And they came into problems with the big dominant here. And his club really, Nikita got beat down really hard. So it was put out to him, man, if you decide to stay in this town, it's going to not go good for you if you don't get off the bike set. And I remember Nikita sitting in front of his clubhouse with his shotgun in his lap. And there were members from the club down on each corner looking down. And I just was sure it was going to blow up into something. It never did. So what did Nikita go out and do? He went out and he got some kind of way. He got the Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club and brought them to town. And that started a 20-year back and forth that you saw erupt down in College Park, Georgia. But that was how he got around this, I can't be on the set anymore. He went and got a whole nother 1% motorcycle club and brought him here. They were here before, but they could never really get a foothold here. They couldn't really get a foothold until Nikita made his clubhouse available and brought them in. And he became a legend in this area, in that club. That's one way I've seen that play out. That this club didn't really have a real strong rival until they pushed this guy so much that he came up with another answer. So that's one way that I've seen that go. Another way I've seen it go, when they try to put you out bad and you haven't done nothing wrong, is there was this one guy up in Canada who had a voice, who was put out of the dominant club up in Canada. And he was trying to get back into the club, and it wouldn't work, and they were silencing him and doing all he could do. He was a 1%er that was put out bad. And what did he do? He used his voice, and he started a club, restarted a club that was in his father's name, and that club was called Satan's Choice. And once again, you had some bunch of guys pushing, and they don't think you have any power. They don't think you have any power, and they think that they can ride over the top of your ass, and there's nothing you can do about it. And some of these guys are showing, yeah, there's something I can do about it. One man can make a change. So now you see this motorcycle club, Satan's Choice, in 1 year went from an idea to chapters all over the freaking world. And are they going to make it? Who knows? Are they going to last forever? Who knows? Well, they lasted a short time. They died and they came back. So many clubs do that. Are they going to lose chapters? Yeah. Are chapters going to be shut down? Yeah. But if you gain more chapters than you lose, then that's called growth, baby. And you're still growing. So I don't know your particular story or your particular thing, but I do know right is right and wrong is wrong. And people who feel wronged, some of those people that are fighters will find a way to fight around whatever wall you put up. They had the Great Chinese Wall. You know why they don't have, why they're not, much of that wall is decaying and falling apart? Because no matter what wall you put up, no matter what castle you build and what moat you put around the castle, no matter how tall the wall, somebody will tunnel under it, crawl over it, or blast through it. And I remember the wall in that dragon movie. What is it? House of Dragon or whatever. They had this big ice wall. Them suckers crawled right over that wall.
Thank you very much.
when they got ready, they just climbed right over that old wall. And that's what people do when they decide that I'm going to fight back, and I don't care what you're going to do. I don't care what you're going to think you're going to do. We saw this happen. There's a beef going on in Atlanta right now between the top 1% club here. Some brothers have left, and they have started another 1% club. Well, that really actually happened back in 2005 or so. But they're reviving the other variant of the club. Now, if you're not in that club, you won't even know a difference. You wouldn't know the difference in the patches if you saw them. There's a slight difference in them, and most people wouldn't even know it. But if you do know what's going on, this is another one of those things where somebody has decided, I'm not going to be shut out just because that's what you want me to do. So folks have to understand that those powers, it was just like Raquel Welch back in the 60s. She was fine back then. You had those powers back then. Now fine is discussed in a different way. Jane Kennedy, her fineness back then is discussed differently now. People are looking at those pictures now like, how could she have ever been fine? And so power moves like that. And so if you really feel like you've been wronged, I see people all the time. I sit back and look at the stories, examine them, and tell them. I see people all the time that you would be surprised at how many clubs have split because of the power vacuums that are going on. So maybe you should do like they've been discussing in the comments today, find a way to be more Christian-like or more Muslim-like or more Buddhist-like or whatever, more Sikh-like, whatever your Sikh-like, whatever your thing is, be more Hare Krishna-like and more be more Jehovah's Witness-like, be more Seventh-day Adventist-like, be more of what your religion is and try to treat people good and treat people fairly, and then you won't have to deal with that stuff, man. So anyway, that is my rant for today. What do you think, sweetie? Did I do okay?
No, you better preach. Oh my gosh. So many things can be handled by just having a conversation. We don't have to see eye to eye and agree on most things, but let's just be open to others' perspectives and opinions. I think it'll help us understand each other better. So I just wanted to share that. You guys have a great day. It's hump day. We almost there. You will see you guys tomorrow. Help you get through the week.
That's what I know, says Jane Kennedy was fire. Yeah, brother, she was fire. Anyway, find the God of your understanding, says Nightingale.
I
The
like
same
that.
clubs are going through that in Huntsville, Alabama right now. Oh, wow. That's I'm sorry to hear that that's what's going on down in Huntsville. You know, my sisters were both born in Huntsville, Alabama, not far from Cullen, where we spent the 4th of July, T and I, down in Cullen. But Huntsville is just right up the street. Black Dragon, Wizard, 2 dogs. Where's the 2 dogs at? Oh, right over there. One is asleep over there and one is asleep over there. They're with me at all times. You know, We're still trying to get over the loss of Tate. We need
My
another dog. We need another pit. We need another wild ass, mean, can't get a good understanding pit around us, Tia. In order to,
disrespectful.
we need a disrespectful, eating up all the shit in the house and tearing up everything,
No.
tearing up the whole car. We need that. I just don't know what to do without that energy. Attacking people's dogs. And then looking at you, who, me? What did I do wrong? We need that, man. We need that. I don't feel good without that, man. We need to go to the dog pound and get us the meanest pit bull that they're about to put down and bring him home and love on him. He'll be all right. And no, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Our plate is full. No more dogs. Not for right
when
now.
you married me, you knew I was a dog person, like my brother John and my family. All my family are dog people. Everybody's got dogs that live with them.
Not all of them are, but yeah.
Anyway, Hardwire says, someone said, I agree with you 100% on that, Hardwire. Civilian calling me brother kind of just confuses me, because if I don't know you, I'm not calling you brother, but I understand they don't know any better, to be honest. Yeah. If the 99% biker world was a religion, Black Dragon would be the pastor. Oh my goodness. We'll leave pastorism to the pastor. Pastor Logic. Whenever I try to quote the Bible, he tears my ass up. All right, baby girl. Yeah. It's good to see you. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Take care. And then you guys out there in the motorcycle club world, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in for the last 10 years. Thank you for listening to an old man rant. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. I love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Man, God bless you all. Have a great day today. Thank you, all you folks, for watching me, man. And I appreciate you too. My TikTok people, don't go anywhere. As soon as I shut this down, I'll be right over there to you.
Brothers of the Black Sabbath MC Nation, join me. Let's become stronger than we ever were. Yeah, brother. A breed apart. When the state brings their best, you better have yours. Call Black Dragon, 404-692-0336. Don't try to join a motorcycle club until you've read my book, Prospects Bible. This Texas hot sauce is the hottest sauce in all Texas. Order it from TexasHotSauceCompany.com. Get the Art of War for Motorcycle Clubs, a strategic survival manual for MC presidents, officers, full patch members, prospects, and anyone who rides wearing a patch. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and BlackDragonsGear.com.
Get the Motorcycle Club Chaplain's Handbook by Black Dragon and learn MC chaplaincy principles from the first and only professional guide for spiritual leadership inside the motorcycle club community. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and get your autographed copies from BlackDragonsGear.com. Learn the role of the Capellani and strengthen the moral compass of your MC.
Join the Insane Dragons. Brotherhood, sisterhood, no politics, no bullshit, just riding, racing, and fun.
I don't don't know why that you even tried to do Black Dragon dirty. Mr. So-called ride or die. He treated you like a son and you sold him out for a position. But now he's on a mission, and you'll be wishing you didn't make that bad decision. So you should've known better, but dudes like you never learned that you can't take away Black Dragon's respect because it's been earned. You put Black Dragon out bad with no trial. But men like him will fight to the end, while pretenders like you only last a little while. You try to put Black Dragon out bad with no trial, but you can't kill a legend with a lie.
Get your copy of one of the books published in the only MC Protocol series written in the entire world at blackdragonsgear.com.